All right, you just heard about Apple's little sexy app purge on the feed, but what'd it do? Salute. You know, like, what gives? Joining me to help us make sense of it all, co-founder of the Suicide Girls, Missy Suicide is here. Hello, Missy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
First of all, I'm sorry. I was going to send you some flowers or something. I heard that Flipstrip had been downloaded by over 5 million people, and now it has been yanked from the store. Was there a moment of silence around the Suicide Girls headquarters today? How did you guys react to that?
We were a little sad. We were a little disheartened. I mean, the thing is that it's such an innocuous sort of app. It just seems so silly.
Missy, your app was filled with filth, and it disgusts me. And for those who don't know, we're seeing it right now on the screen. Correct me if I'm wrong. You turn the iPhone, and your girls wear bikinis?
Yes. And some bra and panties, but nothing that shows anything.
Heathen! How dare you! How did you... I mean, this app was approved by Apple, right? They saw the content. Clearly, someone flipped it upside down to make sure it worked and said, all right, let's approve this. And now they pulled it. Did they give you a courtesy phone call or a text message, or what did they do?
They sent an email.
Okay.
It was like a form email that they sent to us, and I assume the 5,000 other apps that they pulled for sexually explicit content, saying that they were... that they no longer found that it was acceptable for their standards.
Wow. And so...
It was too sexually explicit.
Well, were you notified of any complaints prior to the takedown?
Nope.
No. So this was, you wake up, you check your inbox, and boom, your app is gone.
Yep. I was at home. It happened at like 10 o'clock at night, too. It was random.
Well, maybe you can find solace in the fact that clearly this was a level playing field that happened to everybody. There's no extenuating circumstances, right, Missy? I mean, you guys were pulled. Everybody else that had bathing suits or questionably sexual content, everybody got treated the same, correct?
Well, Playboy's still up, and one of our apps is still up. So.
Okay, so I completely just lied. It's complete BS. No, Sports Illustrated and Playboy both have applications up still that feature women in bikinis. Why the double standard?
I don't know. I mean, you can still find Seduce the Suicide Girl in the App Store as well. It was just the flip strip. I mean, which is like, you know, 1920s pen technology. You know, like, it's not. Yeah,
but the application didn't fart, so you know, Apple's not going to feature it anytime soon. Do you guys have any recourse? I mean, at this point, what do? You do you just cut your losses, or are you going to try to reformulate the application?
We could reformulate it, you know, and have the girls in like Victorian era bathing suits, you know, maybe show a little ankle.
Oh, don't get too scandalous now.
But I don't know where I could find those. Maybe somebody could email me if they can source the Victorian bathing suits.
It's interesting because, you know, they pulled some of these applications, yet you can still download R-rated movies that have full frontal nudity from the store. You can still get, you know, HBO shows that have, you know, breasts jiggling freely. Thank you, Apple.
And Grand Theft Auto, too, you can download on your...
Right.
So
what does Apple do here? Because your app was already rated as an adult application, and you already had warnings that there was sort of women in panties and bras, correct?
Correct.
So all those warnings are in place. They still change their apps, their practices. They remove your application. So, I mean, what now? Are you guys going to move to Android or like any other platforms, or? I
mean, we're exploring our options. I mean, it was kind of cool to have it on iTunes, on the iTunes platform, and have it in the App Store. I mean, it's kind of a shame. It was a fun little app that we did because we thought people would enjoy it, and so now it's down.
Yeah, I'm sad to see it gone. I appreciate you showing up and sharing your feelings on the situation. What scares me the most now is that Apple gets to decide what's scandalous based off like whatever fetishes their programmers are into. So.
And they can change it on a whim.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys get it back on the App Store, and I certainly hope they're a little more clear with their guidelines in the near future. Thank you, Missy Suicide from the Suicide Girls. We appreciate you keeping us in the loop.
Thank you.
You guys be sure to check out their first feature film, Suicide Girls Must Die, when it comes out in theaters March 12th. And it'll probably be able to get it on iTunes, oddly enough. So look for it there.